The question says calculate the areas of this shape. Okay, so these are compound shape, and we have a rectangle and a square combined. Okay, so the first thing we do is let us quickly look at properties of a rectangle and a square. Okay, so we know that a square is a four-sided shape with four angles. Okay, and with four equal sizes, and these are our symmetry lines, which are dotted lines. Okay, our symmetry line is telling us how we can fold the shapes. Okay, it can as well go like this, can be folded. Okay, for a square, and a square has two diagonal line. A diagonal line meets an angle with an opposite angle facing it. Okay, so we have a diagonal line here, we have another diagonal line, so making two diagonal line. And do not forget that area of a square is given as side times side, or the length times length, because they are equal. While the perimeter of a square, okay, which tries to measure the total distance of the shape, okay, is given as 4 times length, or 4 times side for the perimeter. So for the square. Now for the rectangle, we have a rectangle, we have the first square corner. Okay, we have the longest side, we have the two opposite side, which is the width or the breadth. Okay, and we can see it has two line of symmetry. Okay, which tells us how the shape can be folded, and the area of a triangle is given as length times breadth. Okay, while the perimeter is given, which try to measure the total distance of this shape, is given as two brackets length plus breadth. Okay, applying this knowledge now, we can now split these shapes. Okay, when we look at this, is a combination of the square and rectangles. So by the time I bring a line, okay, to split this, I can decide to split it here as well. So I've split this into a square and two rectangles. These are the rectangles. So I have to individually calculate the area of each shape. But as I've said, the first size of a square must be equal. So if this one is 3, this place 2 must be 3. If this is 3, this place 2 must be 3. They are equal. Likewise, for the length of the rectangle, opposite sizes are equal. So if this is 2, this place 2 must be 2. If this is 4, this side 2 must be 4. They are equal. Alright. So for the first square, for the square, since the area of the square is side times side or length times length, we can easily say 3 times 3, that is 9. Okay. But for the rectangle, which is the inner rectangle, the second rectangle, so the area of the rectangle is given as length times breadth. But when we look at this, so 7 plus this 3 gives us the total length. 7 plus 3 is 10. It's not just this 7, we are not using this 7, you have to add this 3 to it. So everything here is 10. So if my length is 10 times, when I look at my width, okay, I cannot use 9 because out of this 9, 3, which is part of this square, I have to remove it from 9. So I'll say 9 minus 3 to determine the right dimension for this. So 9 minus 3 is 6. So by the time I say 6 times 10, I have 60 as the area of the inner rectangle. So for the last rectangle, which is the third one, okay, so I can say the third rectangle is still length times breadth. So I can say 4 times 2. Okay, so 4 times 2 is 8. So by the time I add all these three answers, 60, okay, that is 69. 69 plus 8, I have 77 for the first one. So when I look at the second compound shape, I can easily split it from here. Sorry, I can easily split it. Okay, so I split it into two rectangles. And do not forget, opposite sides of the rectangle must be equal. Okay, so I have this side to be 9, so this side too must be 9. I have this side to be 10, this side too must be 10. Okay, so for this small rectangle, I have the opposite side facing this 3 is 3. they are opposite and they are equal. So automatically, if everything is 9 here and I've gotten 3, so that means that the two sides of this dimension from here to here should be 9 minus 3, which is 6. Okay, which is 6. So that means that the area for the first rectangle is 10 times 6, which is 60. Okay, so I have my 3 left. So the area of the second rectangle is 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay, so the total now will give me 72. So this for the second rectangle. Thank you very much.